Hi coaching friends, a quick one from me today. Today I want to refer to a research posted by NYSI. It's about sports nutrition, specifically low energy availability. And I felt really triggered by it. In a good way, of course. Now, if any NYSI people are watching this, I just want to say I've benefited a lot from your work and sharing. I also know a few of you in there and know the good stuff that you have been doing. So just want to shout out a big thanks. I'm grateful and please keep elevating us with all this knowledge. So this post, along with other useful articles that I've compiled before, again reinforce why is it so important to incorporate basic nutrition or sports nutrition into our training programs. So I thought I would come on and share with you this and also some topics that us coaches can conduct for our athletes, or let's say if you have budget, go ahead and get a specialist. And also some activities that I have personally done with my athletes before to give you a bit more ideas. Now I thought one of the useful topic will be youth and their relationship with food and eating. Let me share you a story with my Kiwi friend and his son, who must have been less than a year old during that time. I remember no teeth. So I was sitting in their living room and seeing this little person with a platter of salmon and broccoli laid in front of him. So I was really puzzled and I asked my friend what was going on. And he told me that he has researched from a lot of parenting books and he was trying to help his son nurture a good relationship with food and eating. And the rationale behind is that babies are born instinctual. Before they are conditioned, their bodies know exactly what is good for them and also how much is enough. So what he was trying to do was simply to nurture that innate understanding in him. Now that's revelating, and it got me thinking that it's true. Especially in our culture. I grew up being told what to eat and what is good for me. I never really get to practice much listening to my body or practice conscious eating. Also, the portion and how much is enough for me since young was dictated by my caregiver. Don't waste food. Even if you stop eating, sometimes you get distracted or rewarded by TV, entertainment to keep you going, or it's dictated by, let's say, hawker portion. I'm only starting to realize all these things as an adult. I learned some of the bad eating habits and being more conscious of eating what, how much, and when. That's why I think it's a good place to start with our athletes. Not only helping them in sports, but also in their lives. The second topic that we can explore is what are CPF? Carbs, protein, and fats, and also vitamins and minerals. Just like adult, right? It's so important that our CPF get loaded up and with a lot of vitamin N. Now, jokes aside, I know certain school subjects does cover this topic, but we also know that sometimes kids can be switched off during classes or they are not able to relate between the potatoes and veg that they see in their textbook and being more aware in real life of what they are eating and making good food choices. So this is one way that sports education can work hand in hand with the main curriculum. Another really useful topic will be how to eat like a youth athlete. It's a good time to teach them about their individual differences, like their needs and the amount that they eat will be different from each other. Maybe depend on things like their physical development stages or how much do they train, etc. It's also good to highlight to them the cause and effect of short and long term if they eat right versus they don't. And also how to plan for their meals, if it's training or competition, and if those things happen at different times of the day. This will really help them be more aware of themselves as a youth athlete or someone who works out very actively versus someone who don't. Help them make more conscious choices about when to eat, what to eat, how much to eat, in order for them to perform optimally. Also a very good time to help them understand why all these dietary recommendations, and for them to practice self-discipline, good decision making, and also include nutrition as part of their process setting. Next part, here are some suggestions for activities that you can do with your athletes. And they are really fun for both athletes and the coaches. You can consider asking your athletes to keep a food log for a specific amount of time. For example, just recently we took on a school team, and one of our coaches, Coach Wheeling, suggested everyone to do this, as we wanted to know more about them and their eating habits. So we asked them to journal in every day what do they eat and what time. Especially now that a lot of schools are having staggered recess time, and we know that some of them eat as early as 10 a.m. when their trainings are at 3 or 4 p.m. And the result really gave us very good insight on where to start with helping them. And we know that we are working with them and around constraints that are uncontrollable by them. Another fun activity is shopping. Shopping at the nearby supermarket for recovery food. Best when you are conducting like training camps, so you can set aside a budget of like $15 for each group, and then get them to go into the supermarket and choose whatever they think that is ideal recovery food. But if you don't have the budget, it's okay too. What you can do is bring along empty boxes or packaging. First, start off with teaching your athletes how to read food labels and getting them to choose from the pile, what they think are ideal recovery food. How about teaching them how to make healthy smoothie or a pre-training or pre-game snack, and then get them to send time-lapse over. You might be surprised that some of them might not even know how to use or operate a blender or chop things. So it can be quite fun to see them do it. It's also very doable during holidays or over the weekend. We did this as part of our weekly challenge when we had our lockdown last year, and we had one Dalgona coffee. I nearly fainted, but I told myself, coaching moment. Also, you can do your own version of MasterChef. Getting your athletes to cook their favorite food, so that way you get to know them a bit more as well. Or giving them a mystery box and see what they come up with. So we do this when we go overseas, like we give each room a set of ingredients and ask them to cook whatever they want. And then the coaching staff will be the judges. We give points to things like best plating, most tasty, or overall MasterChef, etc. So it's really fun and great as a team building activity. And if you add the need for them to present, it also helps to train their confidence. That's all I want to share with you today. If you or your brain juices are also triggered by me, please share in the comments down below.